The way the developers killed off the first game, it's like they sat there and like, hey, I think this is going to be a good idea. I don't know if the developers ever play their game. I don't know if the developers ever play their game. From even starting off saying, hey, I think this will be great if we have everybody at level 20 for 6 months and give everybody a chance to play every class. In any scenario, that's not a good idea. To have everybody stuck at level 20 for 6 months and having people run around with the same set of classes, with the same couple moves. Well, what if people don't want to play every class? When I watched a stream where they talked about the development in the game, and it was like, yeah, we wanted to give players a chance to play every class. Not everybody wants to play every class. Like, I have no interest in playing a class that's going to have me use a firearm. Like, when I play my MMOs, I don't want to shoot shit. I want to be able to run up on stuff with a sword and stuff like when I play games, it's usually because I'm doing something that I can't do in real life. Like, I could run up on somebody and shoot shit. I could do that in real life. Not saying I am going to do that or I'm doing that now. But you gotta also remember, I was in the military. I served in the United States Army. I've shot firearms. I've had to do it as part of my tour. Like, I don't want to sit there and play a game where I'm just constantly shooting shit. No. Let me do some shit like what you're seeing on the screen. I'm sitting there, I got a big ass sword that's about as big as my character doing all this ultra athletic shit. That's what I want to do. I like doing that shit. Like, I can't cast magic for real, so I play stuff where I cast spells. And I just really wonder about the direction of the game. Shoot, like, look at base PSO2. Look at base PSO2 and how that game went. Like, which part of the story did you like more? Did you like the first couple of episodes of PSO2? Or did you like the second set of episodes from, like, maybe episode 5 on? I mean, there were two different directors running the game. The way subclasses were done in base game, like, were kind of bad in my opinion. Like, I like the adding of stats. I like the fact that you could use skills. But the way you had to get your weapons were terrible. Like, you couldn't use your subclass weapon unless it was an all-class weapon. I didn't like that. And I still don't know why main class only is still a thing. I think that should have been eliminated. How do you have a Phantasy Star game that you can't cast Resta in? How is that even Phantasy Star? How can you call this Phantasy Star and you can't cast Resta? You can't just Resta. You can't do it. Like, you have it as a Resta sign. Like, what is that? I want to be able to cast Resta. Yeah, Ryuker is a tower now instead of either an item like a telepipe or a Ryuker spell that you was able to cast back in regular PSO. We have status effects, but we don't have anti. I can't cure myself if I get burnt or poisoned. There's no soul atomizer. There's no moon atomizer. Where the hell is the monomate? Where the fuck is my monomate? I don't have a mate anymore. I don't have a monomate, a dimate, a trimate. I'm like, all right, if you don't want to have the fluids anymore, monofluid, difluid, trifluid, okay, fine. But where are the mates? Where are the monomates? Where's the star atomizer? Where's the soul atomizer? Where's that at? We don't have that. Why can't I cast Shift and Demand? Why does it have to be a skill? Why am I casting Shift and Demand as a Techer class only? I like casting Shift and Demand. Shoot, I'll even go back to PSU. I like casting Shift and Demand as well as Zodial and Retier. I like casting Jelen, Zalor, and Zodiel. You know, where are those spells at? Where's the reverser spell? You know, anti-reverser, Gi-Resta, where's that at? These are all staples of Phantasy Star games, and it don't exist in the game. They exist in the RPGs. Where are these spells in the RPGs? Like, you know, all the way back from the first Phantasy Star games, you know, you were able to cast, you know, reverser, shifter, and all this other kind of stuff. Because you're able to cast a spell. Like, you got Zande, you got Foy, you got Barda. But where's the other shit? It ain't there. I definitely don't get it. It's like the developers didn't play the previous games to figure out okay, this is probably what we should do to make this work. Look at the survey results. Look at the survey results. Most of the people that play this game don't like it. And I've said this before. People were like, well, why do you play the game? It was like, well, we play the game because we want to support the game. We want to see the game do better. But I've also said this. It looks like the game is getting to a point to where you may have to do like a hard reset of the game. I've been tweeting at PSO on Twitter and telling them, hey, maybe it's time to admit your game sucks and just go ahead and redo it. Redo it. I don't think anybody would be mad if you rebuilt the game from the ground up. Work with some other companies. Hey, go work with Monolith Soft. Have them teach you how to build an open world game. If you play Xenoblade Chronicles Cross and you saw how vibrant that open world was, you have an idea. There's so much stuff that they could have done that they just haven't done. They just haven't done it. And I'm just kind of like, why? You know, they copy and pasted 3 different regions now in this game. It's like people was out there talking about Ritem, and it's just like, it's just Sand Alio. That's what it is. All right, Kavaris, you know, it's a little mix of vertical and horizontal, but it's pretty much still Alio, just snow. And, you know, Kavaris Camp, okay, it's nice. It kind of looks like a camp, but Ritem City wasn't even really a city. It was just like, it looks like a broken piece of something that turned into a marketplace. That's what Ritem looks like. And because half of the city is a daggone show platform so that Nadara can sing. The rest of it is just markets. And you got places where, you know, tents and stuff like that for the NPCs can sleep. Where do we get our rooms? We don't have rooms in the game yet. We had them in base. But, like, for real, where the fuck do our characters go? Like, where the fuck do our characters go? We go all the way from Alio. We had our little quarters in Alio or whatever. Then we go help out what's going on in Ritem. But where do we go? Where do we sleep? Where do we rest at? Where does that go? Where do we sleep and rest in Kavaris? Like, where is that going on here? Like, we got this cold ass place. You got the camp. You got the fucking Power Ranger Newman family over there that got their little cabin right there on the top of a hill. But where do we go? We don't have a room. We just sitting here traveling like we're just adventurers or wanderers and some shit like that. It makes no sense to me. And people have been asking for it since the game came out. And it's like, you get that generic, we are working to go ahead and implement this feature later. Like, no, nigga, you're supposed to bring that shit with the game. You can't run an urgent quest more than once, which is stupid. Your fights against malevolents and ancients aren't timed anymore. It was back in the day. You know, your fights against malevolent back in the day, when the storm ended, the malevolent was gone, which was a lot of fun. I thought that was great. Malevolent would appear, and you're running out of time, then it's just tough shit. You didn't beat it. But now they got it to where if you're engaged in combat with the malevolent, it won't leave. Because people complained about it so much, which I don't understand. They complained about it so much. They said the storms didn't last long enough, so they lengthened the time of the storm. Then it was like, we don't like that they still leave when the rain ends. So now they fixed that. So even if the rain is over and you're still fighting it, it won't leave. It won't leave until either you die or it dies. And I'm just kind of like, well, what was the point of lengthening the time of the storm then? What was the point of lengthening the time of the storm if you was going to complain when it ended anyway? So there's that. And they made it even easier to find malevolence now, because now when it's storming, if you look at your map, you look right here on my screen, you look at this map right here, there's going to be like some kind of purple icon when it storms to let you know where the malevolent is. So you don't even have to worry about that anymore. You ain't got to worry about that. Complain about something valid, because I don't think that was a valid complaint. Complain about the fact that we've lost out on, say, we've lost on having our rooms. Complain about the fact that we can only have a shop for 3 days every month unless you save your shop passes. Complain about that. Complain about the fact we don't have fun points anymore to earn, you know, cool and free shit. Complain about that. Complain about the fact that we could only run urgent quests once. Not the fact that we get photon scales as a drop. Like, why are you complaining about that? You remember when photon scales were important back in Redum? Now you're complaining that they made it so you can get them? Like, no, don't. I don't even think that's a real complaint. I think they made that shit up. But still, don't complain about that. Don't complain about the money drops from enemies. That's not the way to make money in the game anyway. That's not the way to make money. You need a shop. You need a shop, or you need to grind in a combat area and trash the junk. That's what it is. That's how you make your money. That's not a complaint. Complain about the fact that we don't have all the abilities that we had from the first game. Complain about the fact that all of our fucking skills are still at level 1. Look at your photon art information. Every damn skill is level 1. Why? Why are we almost a year and a half into this game's life and every single skill is level 1? You were, at least in the other Phantasy Star games, you were able to level your skills up. Complain about the fact that we have skills that are stuck at level 1. Complain that we can't craft anything. We can't craft our skills. We can't tweak them. Complain that we can't cast certain spells without a weapon. They went back to PSU basics. We have to have a weapon on to cast a spell. In base PSO, you didn't have to have a weapon. You could cast magic barehanded. We can't do that anymore. Complain about that. Complain that we can't cast fucking Resta or Reverser or Anti. We can't cure a status effect. We can't heal somebody without an item that looks like a fucking flower. We can't heal others unless we play Force or Tekker. Complain about the fact that we can't revive somebody without an item. We can't cast a spell. We haven't been able to cast a spell to revive somebody since PSU, because you couldn't do it in base either, unless you used the Reverser Field, which was a really trash skill. You know, complain about main class only shit. You know, there's a lot of different things you could complain about. There's a bunch of shit you could complain about. Complain about the lack of variety in weapons. Like, I'm a hunter main. Most of y'all watching, y'all see me. I'm a hunter main. Complain about the fact that we can only use about maybe 3 weapons per class. You remember what you could do in PSU? If you played hunter and then, if you were just a hunter, you had the saber, you had the long sword, you had the twin saber, twin dagger, twin claw, knuckle, and then you sit there and advance to say Forte Fighter was just a more advanced hunter. Forte Fighters could use axes, longsword, twin saber, twin claw, twin dagger, single dagger. I mean, come on. And then if you went to like the Forgunner class, you could use a double saber. I mean, there was so much of a variety in weapons. PSU probably had one of the better combat systems. All those weapons you could use. Look at what the Rangers could do. If you were a Ranger type class, you had crossbow, you had shotgun, you had rifle, you had twin handgun, you had single handgun, you had grenade launcher, you had a laser shooter. In addition to traps. Like, all of those firearms you could use. If you were a Tekker class, oh, and don't forget your RMAG. You had your RMAG as well. And then Tekkers, you had your Tech Mag, you had your wand, you had your rod, you had your whip, and then you could also use specific low-level hunter weapons, like a single saber, a single dagger. There was so much shit you could use. Then you also had, you also had the fan, the throwing cards. You had that. That was also a weapon you could use. There was so much variety that everybody wasn't running around with the same shit. Or complain about the fact that regardless of weapon type, you have the same attack power as a weapon in the same class. Why the fuck do I have a sword that is the same attack power as a wand? Like, if I sit there and get a Prim sword, it shouldn't have the same attack power as a Prim wand, but it does. Prim sword, 177. Prim knuckles, 177. Prim katana, 177. Prim rifle, 177. Prim machine guns, 177. Prim rod, 177. Prim wand, 177. Prim boots, 177. Prim harmonizer, 177. Why? Why is that a thing? You took away the fact that race and gender don't matter in the game anymore. You know, the challenge of me being a female Newman, because that's the character that I am, was the fact that the female Newman had the lowest HP across Phantasy Star. And I play as a frontline melee class. You know how nice it was to play as the character with the lower HP growth and sit there and not die when I did quests because I was just that skilled of a player. If the developers actually listened to the players, you could sit there and actually make this game a whole lot better. They make up these questions on them dumbass headlines and expect people to believe that those questions were really asked. I'm pretty sure half of those questions people really didn't ask. They're not really valid complaints. But I just want better for the game because I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game, especially when I play with friends. This is why I use the playing with viewers tag, because I enjoy playing with viewers. I enjoy playing with my friends when I'm not streaming. But what could I do?